other news. This isn't really news, but I thought it was worth sharing because I thought it was interesting as someone who plays classic and retail, and like there's a huge discussion to be had around classic versus retail and all that. But I thought this was a pretty decent point. While inconvenient, vanilla dungeon entrances added a lot to the experience, and like this is not even the entrance, as you know, if you've ever been here. You know that once you descend, this is just the beginning of a labyrinth that, like, hopefully you will find your way to the entrance down below. But I gotta say that this is something that I do miss, and I see no reason for them to not bring back some of these more immersive entrances. Because think of the entrance to a place like Maradon, which is all these tunnel system before you get into the even more gigantic tunnel system that is Maradon. There is, we talked about that in our Dungeon Legacy. Oh yeah, was that, I think I watched that video, did I? I think I did. Black Fathom Deeps. Yeah, there's so much love put into just this this entrance here. You know, you see like the fish fountain, and like you can go down the stairs, but nobody ever goes down the stairs. You just like fall, you jump into the water. Yeah. Mara. Oh yeah, Sunken Temple. BRD. Huge sprawls. In the comments, someone mentioned going into Blackrock Mountain. And going down that giant chain to find a dungeon was amazing. I really think that they should maybe look into having some more of these kinds of experiences. But then again, won't players just summon you directly to the portal? Then I'd be the one being like, oh, can I get a summon? Skip all that. Can you summon me to the front? you know we would. Yes. Swimming underwater. Oh yeah! Burning Crusade, you've got to go down that pipe in the lake. Swim down the pipe. And then there's like the 3 different entrances there. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. That's true. Blackrock Mountain was just fantastic too though, because there's so much lead up into it as well. That's something that I was thinking about while leveling in Classic recently, because like when you get into Searing Gorge around 45, level 45, there's so much build up to Blackrock Mountain in your leveling journey, which makes sense because the final bosses of the base game are gonna be in there. And so even level 45, that's when you start fighting the Dark Irons. That's when you start like finding out about this whole situation, and you only like scratch the surface of it. You meet the Thorium Brotherhood, and then after that you level up there a little bit, then you find out about, Burning Steps, the other side of things, and you learn more and more about what's going on in the mountain as you're leveling, and it's this, like, all this build up, until you can finally go into the mountain with these gigantic doors, and then you can go down the chain, and it's just, I feel like that really adds so much weight and impact to you finally getting the chance to confront some of these bosses, like the attunement system too. Yes, it's a huge pain in the ass, but it really makes me feel like I had to work to get the key to go into this place, and it makes it feel like this is something that really, it took a little effort to accomplish. Yeah, but there's good, there's a good side and there's a bad side to it, because I remember it being very frustrating when you're trying to get a group together, but not everybody's attuned. So everybody's online, but they're not attuned. It's annoying. Now dungeons are unlocked with brief story quests, if anything. Yeah. It's just, yeah. I think that this is a case where a middle ground might not be bad, right? maybe not an unbelievably long and arduous attunement process to get in, like, deep down into the labyrinth of the dungeon. Like, maybe not that extreme, but also not as shallow and, like, meaningless as the dungeon entrance is right here. Like, okay, here's the field, and here's the door. You're done, right? Something a little bit more interesting than just a door in the field might be good. Because, look, we have Classic if people want that experience that is there to play. And I don't think retail needs to be Classic. I like what retail is. But... Dead Mines! Oh yeah! Dead Mines! Dead Mines is definitely a thing. If you took one wrong turn, you're beaten to death by the elite. First time I went to Dead Mines was such an experience, and that was even before making it to the actual dungeon entrance. That it's such a good feeling when you have stealth. You can just avoid all that shit. Stealth pass, man. Bye. I think attunement stuff is good, but it's too late to put into WoW now. It wouldn't really fit. Yeah, I agree. I do agree with that. Even some of the attunement in BC was frustrating. I mean, nowadays in retail, certain achievements are like attunements because you can't get invited to the content without linking your achievement. It might as well be an attunement players created for themselves. Some of the delve entrances are cool. Like the one with... Oh yeah! The one in the giant hole in Hallowfall. That's a good point. That is a good point. I'm pretty curious to see what they're going to do with the delves in Season 2. I'm excited about that. Wow. I remember so much about that first Dead Mines visit. I remember where I was, in my parents' kitchen, home from college, who I was partied with, etc. First time I walked into the area with the Juggernaut. Man, I'll remember that forever. That's nice.